that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Yeah. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking.
Hello and welcome to the pregame show for the Whiskey Tangent podcast, Whiskey Madness 2025, The Road to the Final Pour, a 5-week-long blind tasting tournament featuring 18 whiskeys from around the country. I'm Scott, and joining me as always is Ed.
Hey, everybody.
And this year we are lucky to have both of our previous referees and judges with us, Gabe the Whiskey Sherpa.
Hola.
And Anders, the Master Mixologist.
Hey.
As always, our venue is the glistening Whiskey Tangent Arena in booming downtown Marlton, New Jersey, better known as my breakfast bar, where the crowd is simply besotted with anticipation.
Oh, yeah. Every year, the crowd gets bigger. It's the toughest ticket to get.
I know.
We're like Wing Bowl.
You know, they have shots for that.
What about the wing pole?
But first, Ed's going to get things started by revealing this year's bracket configuration, after which he and I will reveal all of this year's participants, interspersed with 2 wildcard rounds during which 4 spirits will be vying to make their Whiskey Madness wishes come true.
Thanks, Scott. So we did this by proof again because we just feel like it's a good recipe, and it's hard, you know, when you're drinking a 90 proof whiskey and 110 proof whiskey, it's not hard to tell the difference between them, but when they're all proofed up, it makes it so much more difficult to tell what you're drinking, especially after trying 6, 7, or maybe even 8 whiskeys at one sitting. So we're doing the first
spoiler alert.
Yeah, the first bracket will be under 100 proof, and the next bracket will be 100 to 109. The bracket after that will be 110 to 119, and then the final bracket will be anything over 120, and the sky's the limit. Spoiler alert, Everclear is not in.
That is true.
Damn. Everclear's not a whiskey.
Damn it.
So the first wild card play-in pigtail bracket is going to be between Bardstown Stay Finished Bourbon, 95 proof expression from Bardstown Bourbon Company in Bardstown, Kentucky, and it's going against a ghost whiskey, a legend, if you will, a New Jersey distillery that has gone defunct and its juice has been bought up, and I guess Recklesstown is who has it now, right?
Yep.
Cooper River Straight Bourbon, 86 proof, Recklesstown Farm Distillery in Columbus, New Jersey. It is a wild card of wild cards.
That's right. They're vying to get into the 4th seed of the under 100 bracket.
If it wins the tournament, good luck finding any of it out there in the world. But we have a bottle and we're going to use it.
Go to Recklesstown. They might have some left.
And so to see which one comes in, Gabe is going to be the one to make the decisions. Scott and I will not be drinking the pigtail. This is a Gabe-only event.
Right.
No pressure. Thanks, guys.
We'll have another one that Anders will do,
Yep.
but right now Anders is going to pour the 2 whiskeys, the Bardstown Stay Finished Bourbon and the Cooper River Straight Bourbon for Gabe.
Yeah, it's like sex. It's Gabe only. It's a Gabe only event.
Wow.
He's a master at this, if you know what I mean.
On a side note, I know we had taken a visit a couple of years back to the Recklesstown Distillery.
That's right. That's what this is from.
Oh, okay. I had bought a bottle of the Cooper River. I'm not sure which one it was, but
I think you might have bought the rye.
was it the rye?
Yeah, because I bought the bourbon.
Okay. I'm hoping this is a better one because
Oh, you didn't really like it?
all the tastings we had up there, they were really nice. They were good. The bottle I got home, I don't know if it was just a bad batch or what, but I was just kind of disappointed.
Interesting.
So I'm hoping this is going to turn the table and my thoughts around on
All
it.
right.
Well, the Bardstown kitchens are excited to hear that.
And I just happened to finish a bottle of Bardstown that you guys have bought me from months ago.
That's
And
right.
I was impressed with that. So this might be
Similar.
it might be over before it begins, but that's
might
what
be
we're going to
similar.
taste.
It might be similar.
It might be the exact same thing.
Right.
I think it was the state bourbon that we got for you.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it then. So Gabe has actually tasted both of these before.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Oh, no, he probably did the tasting up there, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was years ago.
Yeah, it was years
Was this
ago.
the Bardstown you had bought me?
I think so.
I think it was,
Okay.
because this is my bottle that I brought back, and I thought we brought you the same bottle that I got.
Okay, but we're doing blind, so
That's right.
we just don't know.
You just don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So Anders, have you poured the?
I have poured both whiskeys.
All right. Well, hand them to Gabe.
All right.
Gabe will decide.
Once
Gabe?
again, we always do the neat glass for the tournament, and for all tastings, it is still, in my opinion, the best whiskey tasting glass in the market. Shout out to George and company.
As Anders hands me glass number 1, I am percolating with excitement.
Glass A. Get it right, Gabe.
We can feel it. 1A. Not to be confused with A1.
It's just steak sauce. Nobody wants that.
Get the steak sauce notes.
Well, it's Worcestershire.
Kind of a nice, even smell, nice nosing. Not getting anything specific. Did you just taste that?
No, he just smelled it.
Oh, bitch. All right, I'm going to taste
Wow.
it.
He's right. I shouldn't touch his whiskey.
You didn't touch him at all.
It was appropriate.
Jeez.
I feel like it's kind of like the foot massage thing from the beginning of
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Hey, you can't know somebody else's whiskey.
The initial taste, it comes up a little, it's even. It's not high proof, obviously. But it's got a bit of an odd little zing to it that's a little off-putting.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
It's not bad. It's just
A little bit of zip.
it's got a zip. It's not quite natural tasting, but it's okay. It's lingering nice. It's coming back with a little Kentucky hug, and it's
all right.
now it's holding on.
Gabe, are you ready for whiskey B?
Okay.
Say it right. Say B. Are you ready for your whiskey? You B.
I'd be ready for my whiskey. Ooh, nosing this one is right off the bat. A lot more caramel, vanilla. Ed, want to get a sniff? Go ahead, little bitch.
I'm so glad I'm not sitting between you two this
I
time.
know.
Yeah, this has a lot more richer nose to it right off the bat. So here we go, going down.
Yeah, there's 94 proof going against 86 proof.
All right. A little bit different.
Kentucky versus New Jersey.
Oh, nice and smooth, semi-sweet, just a touch. Not quite as burning as the first one, is A.
You said that with such contempt. A.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm just I'm
Fucking
giving it.
A.
However, this one doesn't have
take offense to that.
quite as much of a Kentucky hug. It's
Not
not holding
Anders.
on.
Not fucking Anders. Well,
Somebody is.
that's something different.
But not
Somebody
us.
is.
I'll wait.
Sorry, Gabe. Sorry, Gabe. You're tasting.
This is science. Can we get serious here,
We're-
please?
We just got nothing but tomfoolery over here. Scott foolery, if you will.
All right, I'm going to cleanse my palate and take another quick sip, and I'll make a decision. So
All
which
right.
one?
So which one gets to join the tournament? The play-in bracket is about to be decided.
I know.
So excited.
I'm so excited.
Talk amongst yourselves.
The first tasting of Whiskey Madness 2025.
And I'm not even doing it. I don't remember how you allocated this in the meetings.
Yeah, it's like, how did I approve this? I forgot.
The winner will have the opportunity to move on
Correct.
to greatness.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
because
loser will fall into
the winner will.
obscurity.
Yeah.
We haven't released the brackets yet, but the winner of this will go against an iconic whiskey.
Yes.
It will have its chance to do the upset of upsets.
Yeah.
All right, on second tasting, Glass A just has a little bit more of an astringent taste to it, and it's making my decision quite easy. I'm going to go with B.
B.
B just has more of a natural, your vanillas, your caramels. It's nothing that's blowing my head off, but it's good.
And B stands for what?
Bardstown Bourbon Company
there it
Stay
goes.
Finished Bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a splash of the Cooper River. So
We kind of figured that
Just
that was
a
going to
little
happen.
bit.
And
I-
your glass of...
Now, going back to the Cooper River, this didn't taste as bad as the bottle I had bought a few years back. But
Okay.
it tastes young. It tastes, doesn't have enough maturity about it, but it's not horrible. It really isn't. I'd be willing to give it another try.
that's very different. Yeah, I don't love that.
Which one, the Cooper River?
Yeah, I don't love that.
You see what I mean?
It's got a weird, almost like a latex aftertone like we get from the Pennsylvania whiskeys.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Its nose is strange.
Yeah.
Cooper River was right across from the Philadelphia border.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It has like a fake grape taste to it.
Yeah.
Like a
like was
grape
finished
candy.
like was finished badly in a Zinfandel cask or something.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I got from that bottle.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know that it was, but it definitely tastes like it was wine finished.
You got a strange, like, butterscotch off the
Oh,
nose
yeah.
from the
There is a
jump.
butterscotch strangeness. It's a grape butterscotch.
Yes, I think that's why the flavors are clashing.
I mean, it's not terrible, but
And
it
yeah,
is odd.
I don't want to taste the other one because it went through.
Yeah,
so
me neither,
I'll
yeah.
wait till we get to the
And
round.
definitely grape on the end as well.
Yeah.
Like that,
It's got a
like
latexy operating room.
Remember the candy now and laters?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
They were grape
Like chewy,
ones. That's
yeah.
what that kind of tastes to me.
Yeah.
like a bastardized Starburst.
Right.
But yeah,
like a
yeah, fake
airhead.
grape.
All right, so for the under 100 bracket, the fourth seed will now be Bardstown Stay Finished Bourbon, 95 proof from Bardstown Bourbon Company in Bardstown, Kentucky.
Congrats to them.
The third seed will be Speakeasy Bourbon, a distillery-only expression from Willet. It's 98 proof from the Willet Distillery Company in Bardstown, Kentucky. The second seed will be a Russell's Reserve 6-year rye, 90 proof,
Solid choice.
from Wild Turkey in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And the top seed of the under 100 proof bracket will be Blanton's Single Barrel Bourbon, 93 proof by the Buffalo Trace Distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky.
Let's fucking go.
Blanton's has never been in the tournament. Wow. A lot of people saying it's overhyped. We've often said it's just overpriced. It's going to have a chance in this tournament to see how good it really is.
That's right.
So first of all, it's got a couple of nice little whiskeys in this bracket to get past before it starts dancing. Scott, what about the next bracket?
All right, so Anders and Gabe are going to switch places because Gabe's going to pour for Anders the second wildcard matchup, which will be to get into the fourth seed of the 100 to 109 bracket between the JTS Brown Bottle and Bond Bourbon, which is 100 proof from the Heaven Hill Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky, and the Old Bardstown Estate Bourbon, which is 101 proof from the Willett Distillery, just a stone's throw from Heaven Hill in Bardstown.
Right. Gabe and Anders are going to switch places. That means get up, bitch.
Get up, bitch.
Please.
No, you started with bitch first. Shots fired.
Yeah.
And don't forget, everybody,
Gabe's just causing chaos over there.
Gabe was a wedding bartender, so he has experience in pouring whiskey into a glass. Shade.
And he's been a ref on the Whiskey Madness a few years in a row.
Several times.
Yeah.
Several times.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I'm excited to have both of you here today. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's not a tournament if you're both not involved in some way.
Yeah. It's been a while since either of you have been on the podcast. Anders was on in September, and Gabe's last one was the beer episode in November.
Right.
Yeah, so that's
Right before we went
not
to
too far
Kentucky.
along, not too long ago.
Yeah. Well, it's March now.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm just saying.
Well, actually February, but March.
Right, 3 months, you know.
Well, actually,
Wormhole.
it'll be the end of February we release it. I'm fucking everything up.
I have glasses in hand.
All right.
All right.
Good. You're saving me.
Handing over glass A to Anders.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The stadium is eerily quiet.
Dead silent. You can't even hear the crickets.
Right, with anticipation.
Should I nose harder?
Even it's like he's doing lines over here. He's literally the crickets are sitting on the edge of their little tiny chairs.
We're going to make T-shirts with nose harder on them.
Give us some nosing notes here. What are you thinking?
It's interesting. I get a little.
Yeah,
bit of
prompt him. He's
caramel
never done
on
this
the-
before.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, never mind. Dead air. Dead air.
Remember, we're doing the JTS Brown Bottle and Bond versus the Old Bardstown Estate. Both bourbons and only one proof apart.
I get some baking spices right off the front. A little bit of caramel and like the mid notes, but really the spices are pretty forward in this one. Let's see how it tastes.
Oh, here comes
Handing over
B.
B, and I'm trying to not look at something that's doing.
I missed it. Anders is
You
between
didn't
us.
want to see it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Some things can't be unseen.
Did he do the concert roll?
Yeah, I was keeping him abreast of the situation.
On another side note, JTS Brown was another bottle you guys brought to me, and
Yes.
although with the price tag on there, I was pretty impressed. It was really good.
I left it on purpose because you can't believe
I know. It's like
what you can get it for down there and how good it is.
Yeah, what does this one say?
$13.99,
$13.99.
13.
and you get a glazed donut with that too.
It's a bargain.
So whiskey letter A doesn't have a very long finish, but it's really nice with those classic bourbon notes. It's a really gentle drink for something in the 100 range for proofage. Okay. And I'm going to dive right into whiskey B.
Okay.
I'm getting a little bit more rye spice right
Interesting.
from the top. Less kind of like sugary baking spices, less cinnamon,
Less traditional
Yeah.
bourbon notes.
a little bit more woody and floral on the nose.
Oh.
Weren't they in Toy Story?
So, well, Woody and
B for buzz.
Buzz. Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
But not
Which one?
all of
There's
them.
like 5 of them
All
now.
9 of them.
Isn't there one with a fork?
Yeah, there is.
Forky.
Could be
They
Forky.
pulled him out of the trash.
Yeah. Is it like eyes on him and like pipe cleaner? I did not see that one, but I did.
Guys, we're out of ideas. Think. Hey, there's a spork in the trash. Grab that.
Yeah, grab that. That's a character.
Get some googly eyes.
Everything's better with the googly eyes.
Okay, glass B. What do you think?
All right, glass B. So I talked about the nose a little bit. On the palate, a little bit of sugar, like some brown sugar, more that spice, a little bit of astringency from the heat.
You can drop some water in if you wish.
Yeah, not as much of finish either.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Neither of them have a very
are-
strong finish.
Both these whiskeys seem to be here for a good time, not a long time. Some people are looking for Mr. Right. Some people are looking for Mr. Right, now.
No. Stop talking about me.
All right, whiskey A. Whiskey A is really giving off a lot of that cinnamon on the nose after 2 drops of water, and on the palate, it's really kind of delightful.
Oh.
More of those mulling spices, a little bit of orange. Whiskey B has got a little bit more of that wood, and a little bit of heat, some floral notes. I'm going to go with whiskey A.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the one that should move forward.
Whiskey A, and A was.
He was old Bardstown.
Wow. I almost expected it to be the JTS.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so that's awesome.
Fascinating.
And I mean, that's a little bit higher expression. I mean, it's pretty reasonable there. What was it, Scott, at the distillery?
Oh, the price?
40, 35?
I think it was 40.
Right. So the one's 15, the other one's 40. So you kind of expect the old Bardstown to be a little bit better whiskey, but
The way he was describing them, though,
yeah.
I was thinking the opposite was in those glasses.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's really exciting.
Yeah. So that gets in the 100 and 109 bracket. The Old Bardstown Estate Bourbon is moving on to the 4th seed. The 3rd seed is the Hemingway Rye, which is 102 proof from the Hemingway Whiskey Company in Lakeland, Florida. We featured that on one of our shorts. The number 2 seed is the Jack Daniel's Bonded Rye. Also, we did on a short. It's 100 proof from the Jack Daniel's Distillery in Lynchburg, Tennessee. And the number 1 seed in this bracket is the short that we did just 2 weeks ago before the news. The 2XO Kiowa Blend Bourbon. It's 104 proof from the Prestige.
Oh, it's from the breast? Wow. It's gotta be good.
The Prestige Beverage Group, Louisville, Kentucky. Ed, what's the next bracket after that?
the next bracket would be the 110 to 119 bracket. The 4th seed here is a Kinsey wheat whiskey, 110 proof from the Kinsey Distilling Company. It's not New Liberties.
I think they call them kind of both. Like
Okay.
on the bottle, they call it Kinsey, but it is the New Liberty Distillery. Yeah.
Okay, but Kinsey Distilling Company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Local boy.
Then the 3rd seed is Old Pepper Rye, 109.8 proof. We're rounding up, which we're allowed to do because it's our podcast.
That's right.
The James Pepper Distilling Company in Lexington, Kentucky. Benash Store Pick. New Riff Single Barrel Bourbon is the 2nd seed, 111.8 proof from the New Riff Distilling Company, Newport, Kentucky. I thought this was also a Benash Store Pick, possibly.
Oh, it might have been.
And then the top seed here is Noah's Mill Bourbon, 114.3 proof from the Willett Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky.
Noah's Mill.
So Willett has made a substantial presence in this tournament.
Yeah, there's 3.
You're right. I thought there was 2, but I forgot about Noah's Mill. So there's 3 in.
Yeah. All right. So talk about seeding. This was the hardest bracket to seed. The
Yes.
120 and over. We have 4 iconic distilleries.
Yeah, I mean, these distilleries are the granddaddies of them all.
And expressions
Legendary.
from them. So at the 4th seed, the Four Roses Single Barrel Bourbon, the OESV that you can only buy at the distillery, the cask strength version, 125.8 from the Four Roses Distillery in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. At number 3, we have the Elijah Craig Single Barrel.
Damn.
119.7. Again, we're rounding up because we can do what we want. The Heaven Hill Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky. This was a Rastelli grocery store pick just up the road from me. At number 2, we have the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Tennessee Whiskey, the highest proof that we have in the tournament at 131.8 proof.
Also a
Let's
Benash pick.
go.
Also a Benash store pick, Jack Daniel's Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. And the number 1, controversial,
Top seed.
top seed, Knob Creek Cask Strength Bourbon, 120 proof from the Jim Beam Distillery in Claremont, Kentucky. It was a bottle that Ed filled himself.
That's right.
Why the controversy?
Just because it's above Jack Daniels, it's above Heaven Hills, Elijah Craig,
Four Roses. Like this
It's above
whole
Four Roses.
bracket is
So like
controversial.
all of these teams involved here have egos, high reputations, and Knob Creek, once again, is by itself is considered a middle level expression, but not this one.
Not the cask strength,
This
right?
is gas strength.
right. Yeah.
It only cost $60 at the distillery. I felt like it was a bargain.
Yeah.
It's the only one that's not a single barrel in this bracket.
Yes. Also.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that made it kind of controversial. But
Right.
I felt like since I poured it myself, it's got my thumbprint at the top
It does.
that will be ruined when we open it,
Yeah, it's not even open yet.
that I sealed it myself in the motherland,
Yeah.
if you will.
That's right. We would have
Mecca.
used mine, but I drank mine already.
Right, Scott, so Scott's different than me in the sense that Scott opens a bottle and then drinks it day after day after day after day. He might skip days in between, but when he goes back to drinking, it's that bottle. Well, my house, it's like I'll pull bottles out. Oh, this has been open 2 years. It's half full. Like, because I have 16 bottles open at my house right now. And when people come over, Scott knows I pour them all out on the counter. Drink any of these you want. Let's get these done. Let's drink them.
So that's how you feel about it.
Yeah. I feel I give you my best whiskey when you come over. What else do you want?
Oh my God.
Damn.
And I will say that 10 of these bottles do come from my personal collection.
That's right.
Which happens every year. I collect assemble bottles that are relevant to the podcast that we like.
Right.
And then when we go to put the bracket together, it's like, remember, none of these are a repeat.
It's like, Ed, what do you have? Give us almost
Right.
a dozen. And then what do I have left? And then I go out and buy the rest of them.
I had a friend that say, well, certainly you can't come up with new whiskeys every year. Yes, we do. Every year we have 16 brand new whiskeys.
I would say to that friend, certainly you don't drink whiskey.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
do some shopping.
There's
plenty
always
out
enough.
there. I brought something tonight that 3 of you guys never heard of.
No, I know.
No.
It's right here.
Oh my God, I should have been drinking that during this nightmare time of not drinking for me.
So along those lines, it's a prerequisite to choose expressions that we've never had in the tournament before. That doesn't mean we haven't featured them on the podcast before.
Yes, right.
They've just never been in the tournament.
Right.
So we have 10 brands that have appeared in the tournament before, which means 8 have never appeared in the
I
tournament.
mean, by brands, you mean
Brands.
You mean distilleries.
Well, not distilleries, but brands.
Okay.
From the distilleries.
Oh, I understand you're saying. Like,
Yeah, well, not even expressions. So, like 12 expressions have appeared on the podcast before, but 6 we've never tasted on air before at all. So we have a good mix of like some stuff that we've tasted
Oh,
on
I see what
air,
you're saying,
stuff
right.
that we haven't tasted on air, things that we haven't even tasted out in the world. 12 bourbons, 4 rye, 1 Tennessee whiskey, and 1 wheat whiskey. It's going to be a fantastic tournament. I'm so excited.
So definitely tune in next week as we start the Whiskey Madness 2025. I want to thank Gabe and Anders for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, good time.
For the Whiskey Tandem Podcast, I'm Ed.
I'm Scott.
I'm Anders.
I am Gabe.
See you next week, everybody. Later.
Take that. Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Yeah. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just fake it.